Hello everybody, it's True Detective here, another NoFap pro tip video. This might happen when you have been on NoFap, I would say a year or maybe 2 years. And it happens when you have gone through a cycle of no nocturnal emissions for something like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It might happen because you happen to accidentally see some attractive female somewhere and you kind of get aroused and this happens. You start to get this kind of a sensation, like there's nothing I can do about this. You start to get this sensation of like having an orgasm. And what you need to do at that point, if you are in this type of a 2-3 week cycle, is that you stop trying to channel that energy into any pursuit. Don't go lifting the weights, don't go to ride the bicycle, don't draw, don't do anything. Instead, drink plenty of water. I mean about 3 liters of water when you start to get this sensation. If you don't know this sensation, then you won't understand what I'm talking about. But if you have went through this sensation, then you understand. It's kind of like you are being hit with waves. That's what it feels like. So drink plenty of water and meditate. Go into meditation and just meditate through it. And it's going to be this kind of like an orgasm, but you won't come. That's what happens in this experience. And it will feel like you transcend up to the heavens. But this is not a spiritual experience. It's a very strong experience, but it's all bodily. It happens in the body. This is not spiritual experience, what I'm talking about. But it happens when you have gone through about like maybe 3 weeks of that NoFap, and if you happen to get aroused for some stupid reason, for example, for me it happened like it was something like 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I was riding my bike, and in the night time, I happened to see some very attractive female. When I was riding my bike, passing by. And it kind of like stick to my mind. When I went to meditation, I was kind of aroused by that, because when you do the NoFap, you get like ticked off very easily. So I was just meditating there. I went through this kind of experience there, and it's very unenjoyable. It's not enjoyable at all. When it happens, it's kind of like you have to surrender to that, and you have to fight against it. When you meditate, just fight against it and don't surrender, even though you have to surrender. And when it's over, you will know when it's over. Yeah, you won't lose your energy and you won't lose your mana due to this experience, but we should avoid this experience too. This is not desirable. And if we do the avoid all human contact and listening to the specific type of music when dreaming, if we do those right, this probably shouldn't happen. But it can happen. But I would say that when you are older, when you become older and you really are the master of your environment and your time, that you can just make your environment so that there's no human contact there. And you have lost most of your libido, by the way. You become older. I used to be a young guy. I was horny all the time when I was doing the NoFap. That has changed, and that will change. Now I'm 29 years old. I have lost most of my, just libido. I have lost most of it, and that's great. Life is so much better. You can achieve so much more when you don't have that fuckery in your mind. I can guarantee you that. But if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then that's just your problem. Go ahead and fuck away your life.